Welcome back, friends, to Restore You. It is Angela, and I am excited today to bring you the first of two different ephemera kits that I have curated for my personal collection. And it was time for me to start to liquidate, and sharing is caring. And so I decided that others should enjoy all of the fun that I've had collecting all of these items in the past, and give you guys a chance to use these for all of your junk journal and paper crafting needs. So we're going to start with the kit having what is really kind of cool, because it is a entire full sample of fabric from a fabric sample collection that I had. So that is kind of neat. And this, if you're watching, and I'll link in the description, we just did a journal cover using fabric. And I'm looking at this. I'm assuming this is probably, well, it's upholstery, excuse me, upholstery fabric and or drapery fabric. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got a lot. There are over 100 pieces in this collection, and they're all similar or have similar items in them. Of course, they won't all look exactly like this, but there are ribbons and laces and trims. There's a little packet of bling for you, a vintage postcard. Some of them have writing on the back. I also tried to use things that, or include things that I have used in some of my tutorials, so that if you didn't have one of those supplies, that you could then try your hand at some of those and watch those videos. So the coaster, if you remember, we did one of those, and then these giant playing cards. Pretty cool. So that is the first little baby pack, and they'll all be prettily packaged with a few extra little bits and baubles to surprise you that I am not showing here. So, you know, there is an element of surprise, so we have to have that. Everybody is also getting a photo envelope, and I have used those a lot, so I thought you guys might enjoy that. And it's a great way to package all of the other little fun things. We have a bowling score, I think it's an average sheet. Some of them have writing on them, which is kind of cool. Another bowling scorecard. We have a vintage playing card from Creative Child Games. An old Pictionary card, some Rolodex cards, and of course you know that I'm going to include some paint chips for you. So most of these are all, the majority, 95% of them are all vintage, but a few of them are just things that I've picked up and used, and I wanted to make sure I could include those too. A bingo card, so fun. A couple strips of, I think these were actually in packs of cigarettes, and they're coupons. But I've used these to make tickets, so you can punch in them, and then you can stamp over them or design them. So these are great for that. A flashcard and a repair tag, so that's kind of cool. And what else do we have here? I try to kind of go in, excuse me, order of size. So let's just kind of, let me make sure that you guys are in camera, because this is a very large, there we go, package. Just know some of these pages are at least 17 to 20 inches, so they will have to be folded. Some of the vintage ledgers and such, but we've got a scorecard. This is the details of wedding planning. And I tried to find things that would be interesting and that had a variety of color and fonts, and I think I've done a pretty good job. There is an old chemistry card, actually probably not that old, but I use these a lot, and I've used these to make several pockets instead of an envelope, so those are fantastic for that. Some sheets of paper that are not necessarily old. More, I have lots of score sheets, Yahtzee, and then there's, I think in every pack I put one. In this pack I put one that was blank and one that had been written on. Canasta. This is from, what book is this from? I don't know. But I also tried to find some really pretty illustrations. This is from a game book, kids game book. This is actually from one of my digital kits. These are all flashcards with, they're animal flashcards, although that's a nest, but some old paper, dictionary pages, address pages. This is kind of fun. This is from, I showed this on one of my hauls. This is from a 50s or 60s party book. And so this is the menu for the treasure trail. A little bag, and inside of this bag, this was one of my fun finds. Everybody gets a card. This is an old flashcard. Actually, they use them in schools to put make sentences and words, so that's kind of a great thing. I had enough of the vintage napkins, the very delicate vintage napkins, to share one of those with everybody. And some more vintage book pages. This is a piece of cardstock from an old recipe book. This is from a railroad manual and a John Deere manual, I think. This is kind of interesting. This was a book that I found that is, it's like genealogy for a specific family, but I thought it was neat because it has, you know, a lot of blanks in it, and it's for every family member, so as far as I can tell. Some more stationery, some 70s to-do. There's a piece of chipboard in everybody's pack from a kit that was a scrapbook, I think, at one time. Some very cool drapery samples, so everybody gets a full sheet of that. Soil and temperature. This is from Organic Gardening. A children's workbook page. Some bugs and bowls, it looks like. That's from an encyclopedia. We've got some sewing pieces. These are from a Sears and Roebuck. I think this is from like a replica. Oh, bust cream or food. Interesting. For enlargement of the bust. That's funny. Not everybody's going to get that gem, so, you know, if you're the lucky recipient, let us know. There is a whole stack. I have a huge book of Shakespeare, and so everybody just got a random, probably 5 or more pages, and I counted this as one item because I have a lot. The Frog and the Red Bird from a vintage child's book, more paper. These are some of my favorite. This is kind of a new find too. Some new ledgers that I got. These are all railroad inspired, but the writing on them and the patina is just gorgeous. So more book pages. This is from a Watkins cookbook, a vintage Watkins cookbook. What book is this from? I don't know. More recipes. These are kind of cute. Encyclopedia pages, I believe. I had so many books I needed to get rid of. This is grammar and punctuation. This goes along with a little nest theme. I think this is from an etiquette book. It is. Job interviews and work. That's fun. More dictionary pages. That might be from the thesaurus. Some blank ledger paper. This one looks like somebody, I think some of them had writing, and then I included some that had less writing or that were underlined. Everybody's getting a page with at least a stamp or more. These came from I don't even, didn't know what the book was, but it's full of examples of old stamps, so I thought that was kind of fun. Excuse me. Some typewritten pages, a newer dictionary page. Actually, it was pretty old, but it was in great shape. It still had the white color. Everybody gets, I think, at least one or more of these pages that are, this is from a lighting company. And I just love these beautiful colors in the illustration. This is from a French cookbook, from a music book. This is from a 60s cookbook, and I love the photos. A map. I think everybody got a map. This is longitude and latitude of different countries. Kids workbook. Put 2 and 2 together. This is from a teacher's workbook. A page of wallpaper. And in this one, I had a bunch of, these are all from, let's see if we can find, I just couldn't throw them away, but I have kits that I'm making that are specific for a theme. And so I cut a few things out, but everybody gets an entire page, possibly with a couple cutouts like this one, but in there, this is from either, this is not the one from 1926. I think it's from, when was that? This is from a bicentennial. I think it was 1950 something. I can't remember. A blank ledger page. Another one, this was in a cool ledger that I picked up. Record of payments. And then these beauties, oh my goodness, like this could make an entire fold out prettiness. So most of them I think are blank on, I tried to get blank on one page and handwriting on the other. Another one in pinks. That one has both sides. And then there were these huge pieces of paper, and this is orders of business that was full of that. A advertising page, bedlam. This is probably from an old Life magazine or something. And then some kind of colorful manual as well. So that makes up our first kit of over 100 little goodies for you to peruse. And like I said, there will be some more fun and excitement that I haven't shared that I thought would be a nice little surprise. So hop on over to our newly added Etsy shop and grab yours, and I will get those off in happy mail. And look forward to seeing what you think and what you create with all of these. I'm happy to be able to share some of them with you. And I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous day and happy crafting. And as always, remember to take time to just be. Until next time, friends, cheers.